Hey, what's up guys? Josh here, and I've got this smartphone gimbal. This is actually the first one I've ever owned. I've had DSLR or camera gimbals before, but never a smartphone one. So I'm really excited to present to you guys this and how it's treated me, some thoughts, some ideas behind it of how you could use this just even as a daily consumer, not just a professional videographer or anything like that. Like, this actually adds a lot of value to the videos that you could produce. So what I want to do in this video is go over some of the features, some of my favorite features, and how you could actually incorporate this with just your everyday life, because it's actually small enough and easy enough for most people to be able to operate. So first of all, this thing is definitely compact. It doesn't take up much space at all. It comes with its own case, and you can just put that into a backpack, take it anywhere. If you're traveling, you got something that you can get some really nice smooth footage without actually bringing a full-size camera with you. I just got the Ronin S, and that thing is heavy, and that's one of the things that I really kind of appreciate about this, is that it's lightweight. It doesn't like stress you out at all. It doesn't take a lot of physical effort just to operate this thing like the Ronin S. Obviously, it's like a night and day difference, but it's just one of those things. When I just got done shooting a wedding, or actually 2 weddings this past weekend, and I was using the Ronin S, and then I use this or put this in my hand, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is like a huge break. So I definitely like the portability and the lightweightiness of this gimbal compared to some of those bigger guys out there. A couple tidbits though. I'm using the Pixel 2 XL for this video. When I first got this, I was using an iPhone to test it out. The iPhone app is a bit better than the Android one. The Android one has improved over the last 2 weeks. You're going to get most of the features that you're going to get, but you're going to get a few more when you're using the iOS app. So if you're looking into getting this gimbal, I would definitely recommend using it with an iPhone versus Android. To get started, just to kind of familiarize yourself with this gimbal, you got a clamp here that you can use it to where you can put it vertical or horizontal. It just kind of depends on what kind of video that you're shooting. So if you're going for those Instagram stories, or if you're going for IGTV, vertical video kind of stuff, you're going to want to put it into that vertical video position, and it actually does pretty well. You can get some really nice smooth footage. If you're vlogging with your camera, with your smartphone camera, this is a perfect setup for that. That brings me to my next point, and I love that to do this to this gimbal, is that you got a bunch of different options and attachment accessories that you could put onto this. You can put microphones, lights, just, you know, whatever that you can attach to these threads here, you can do that. So if you need better audio, if you need better lighting, you can put that onto this gimbal. Now, with that said though, if you're going to put it onto the gimbal part itself, you're going to want to make sure that you compensate for the weight. So if you've balanced this out with just the phone on there, then you put a microphone on top. You're going to want to actually make sure that you calibrate it with that weight. Just a little tip for you, so that way you don't screw yourself over when you go to start using it. You've got a couple of USB connections, and the cool thing about that is that you can charge this thing up with a power bank or just a regular charger. However that you want to charge this thing up, you can do that. So if you're mobile on the go, you need to add some more juice to this thing, you can do that. You're not going to run out of battery life with this gimbal. It's kind of a bummer that I'm using this with the Pixel 2 XL, because the Pixel does not have wireless charging. This gimbal has wireless charging, so if you're using the iPhone 10 or iPhone 8, 8 Plus, one of those kind of phones, or another Android phone that supports wireless charging, you can charge the phone on the go on the gimbal. That's extremely important, because you're going to get really long battery life with this gimbal and on your phone. I mean, it's nice to get long battery life on the gimbal, but if you're running out of battery life on your device, it kind of defeats the purpose. So that's just something to think about when you're using this. If you want to use this, get a phone that has wireless charging, because you're going to get more benefits from that. If you don't have wireless charging, there is one backup option that you can get. There's a USB port on top of the gimbal. You attach a cable to it. You would just have to slide the phone out enough to get some space to where you can put the cable connection on there, and you can actually charge your phone from the gimbal, just not using the wireless charging, using a wired connection. And just one more point about the physical aspects about this is that they include a little tripod stand with it. Now, you don't have to use this. You could put this onto another kind of tripod kind of attachment, or mount it on something. You could put it onto maybe a car that has the suction cups kind of stuff, get some really nice, cool, smooth footage. Anyways, it's an option, it's an idea, but you can use this tripod here. I like to have it on there at all times pretty much anyways, because one, it does add some extra length to it. You can use it as a handle, and you're able to prop it out really fast, put it down onto a tabletop or something like that if you need to place this down without actually trying to put it flat on the surface. So that's a lot of the physical stuff that's going on to it. So let's get into some of the camera features and all that kind of stuff that you can use with it. I will say that you can use this without using the built-in camera app. It's just, I would suggest using the camera app because it has more features. If you're just doing straight recording, you can definitely bypass it, because with this Android version, it's not the best camera app. The camera app on the phone itself is definitely a lot better. When you're ready to start using the gimbal, all you gotta do is turn it on, connect to the app, and it's pretty much ready to go. You just gotta do some calibration, and you're ready to use this thing as normal. So let's go with some of the features and some of the top features that I like about this gimbal the most. First of all, you got the joystick to where you can manually move the camera gimbal around. You can go left to right, up and down, and just really make the adjustments that you need that way. Now if you need to recenter, it's really simple. All you gotta do is double tap the bottom button and it recenters itself so that we can get back to where you need to get going. On the top, if you double tap it, you can toggle between the photography and the video options. A single tap gets you to the menu options to where you can actually use this control to scroll through it without actually touching the screen. So that's really cool, makes it pretty simple to use. A single tap on the right hand side brings you to your gallery. Whatever kind of footage and photos that you have taken, you can view it without touching the screen. There's a few tap modes that you go with the left side, and it's gonna basically control the different kind of axes that you wanna do. So you go single tap, double tap, and triple tap. A really cool feature that they have with this is the infinity scroll to where you can kind of get this barrel roll effect. You triple tap the top. You sometimes gotta nail it just right. It's not 100% accurate every time I do it, but here we go. This is just a live demonstration. There we go. It worked pretty good that time. So it puts it in position, and then all you gotta do is use the joystick to turn it, and you get this really cool effect. If you're into the vlogging kind of stuff with your phone and you want a gimbal, triple tap the bottom button and it turns the camera around, and now you got selfie mode. To get back, just double tap and you're back to the normal kind of mode. So there's just really cool features just on the gimbal itself that you can use. As far as the features go within the camera app itself, is that you're able to control the focusing, the white balance, the resolution, and a few other options to where you can really tweak this to make this the best video possible. I definitely recommend trying to do more manual kind of settings, because if you're moving around, you don't want the white balance, the ISO, and all that kind of stuff to change on you. So you just want to hold that stuff onto the screen itself. Now, one of the things that I like with the iOS app is that you have this follow kind of feature. Basically, you draw a square around the subject that you want to follow, and the gimbal will follow that subject. I haven't found that inside the Android app, so I think that's just an iOS exclusive. For now, hopefully they'll add that kind of stuff into the Android app. I've got some projects coming up that I plan to use this gimbal with, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell, whatever you got to do to try to view my videos and know when my videos are posted. I know YouTube kind of makes it difficult for you guys to see my stuff. But anyways, follow me on social media. I definitely post all my videos and content and ideas and some other little inside kind of information over on my social media stuff. So all those links are down below in the video description, along with a product link to this gimbal if you're interested in getting it. It's only around $100, so it's actually kind of affordable if you're looking for a gimbal smartphone solution. This gimbal was sent out to me, so I could share it with you guys, and I appreciate it being sent out to me. It's a fun tool to use, and I was excited to be able to get it and share it with you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe, notification bell, follow me on all the social networks, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.